I'm gonna start us off.
Please do.
Because I'm so sad and upset about this.
You kind of got right there. I saw this. I was like, what?
I am so.
This was too fast.
It's way too fast, and I don't know who to blame. Okay, so my game of the year last year, Rumbleverse, which I absolutely still adore. My kids still are playing it every day. They are taking the servers down at the end of February.
What the heck? When did it officially come out?
Today. And
I mean, the game.
It's like it's only like 6 months old.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be 6 months old when they get rid of it.
Oh my gosh.
And I just cannot believe it. Like, I haven't even told the kids yet. It's like it's like we'll be telling them the dog died. Like, hey, Rumbleverse is going away.
Oh.
And it's the thing that you fear about an all digital, all online future is because it feels like games like Counter-Strike, when you could just have servers that people just put up, can last forever. Yeah. But like when you have something like this that's like run by Epic and made by, this company over here, Iron Galaxy, and they just take it down and you just never can play it again. And Iron Galaxy put out their own statement. They're the actual devs of the game. And then it was published and all that by Epic. And so you wonder if that's got something to do with it. Like Epic is used to big dollar battle royale games.
That's right.
Like if Iron Galaxy could have gotten their own servers and things like that up and going, you wonder if they could have just kept going. Because like Chris said, I think it was Chris. No, maybe I was talking to somebody else, but like they're already into their season 2, and
wow,
and we got a lot of updates and stuff like that really added to the game, and just felt like they were keeping their fingers on the pulse of what was going on and what people wanted. When people wanted, 3-person teams, they did that. When they wanted quads, they did that. They had playground mode where you could just run around and learn the map and stuff like that. So. Oh,
I hate
that. I'm gonna just read Iron Galaxy's open letter to the Rumbleverse community.
Okay.
This says, at Iron Galaxy, we believe very strongly in the value of bringing people together to share meaningful experiences in games. Every single one of us is a gamer. It's what motivates us to create. With the announcement of the sunsetting of Rumbleverse, we want to share a more personal note with the players who have joined us in Grappital City. When you work on a video game, you imagine the community that will show up to play you imagine the community that will show up to play it someday. For years, we dreamed about a lively city filled with people fighting to become a champion. We strived to create a vibrant place that celebrated the competitive spirit. Our goal was to bring joy back to online multiplayer gaming, which, by the way, they totally did in my household. The people who gave Rumbleverse a chance and took it on as a new hobby have validated every day that we put in what we put into bringing our ideas to life. We have loved watching you play. We have learned from your stories and your insights. We even passed around the art you've created to immortalize your best moments in the streets. It is our sincerest hope that this news does not mark the end of Rumbleverse. That's an underline. You may not yet have seen the Rumble in its final form. If we can welcome back people onto the deck of the battle barge again, that's the boat you kind of shoot off from, we hope you'll be there, laced up and ready to take your rightful place in the canon, because they shoot you onto the island. Iron Galaxy will keep making games. It's our passion and our purpose. Our people are filled with skills and inspiration to keep the world playing. Thank you for playing. This is not the last time you'll hear from us. This is not the last time we'll invite you to play.
That's a great letter.
Yeah. It's a great post. It's sad.
Yeah.
It's slightly hopeful.
Yeah.
But like on the heels of like all the layoffs we've seen lately, you're like, man, I wonder what does a game have to make to stay around? 6 months?
Dude.
And like, I have never, like, Ed, you remember how it was in Hyperscape where you would just struggle to get into a game.
Yeah.
I have never struggled to get into a game of Rumbleverse, ever. It's like, I think the longest I've ever waited was a minute and a half.
Really?
And so like, and that was not anytime recent. And so it just, oh man, it was like a kick in the stomach when I saw the rumors like yesterday or the day before. And then when they dropped this blog post today, I was like, you have got to be kidding me. A month from now, this game will be gone. And
I just find that that's so sad, especially coming from Epic, because even though they've got this huge behemoth on their hand, it wasn't always that behemoth when it was just strictly the Save the World.
Yeah, that's right.
And so it's funny that if anyone should know, oh, hey, maybe give it some time, you would think it would be Epic.
Yeah, but I just wonder if at the same time they've lost that realization.
Yeah.
And they're like, hit now. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like when you go to IronGalaxyStudios.com, the front page is introducing Rumbleverse. Like they're still introducing it on their website.
Oh man.
And it's going away. And you're like, oh man, it kills me. Like, you know, we'll be fine,
right.
But still it's just a huge bummer from a game that like has brought so much joy to my house.
Yeah.
You know what? I think, Gabe, this is a perfect learning experience for you to flex your power as a father. And the next time the kids are acting up and you know they're not going to straighten up quickly, just be like, if you don't straighten up, I'm removing Rumbleverse. And then you can just be like, I told you.
Like, sorry.
I told you.
Yeah, I told you. No, it's not coming back. I told him to turn it off. I told him to shut it down because the Patillos wouldn't sit at the dinner table.
That's right. Here's the controller. You go try to do it. No, it's gone.
Not going to work. Look at that. Look at that. Thank you for playing note.
Thank you for read it.
Yeah. And so they're doing like refunds for everybody. And, if you want it. And it is, but you're like, so really you're going to make no money on it now?
Yeah.
Like, what do you Google?
Ooh.
And so,
That's
it's just, it's just so sad to me.
But Iron Galaxy's they're not owned by Epic, are they?
No, they were published by Epic. Well, I don't know. Is Iron Galaxy? I don't know who Iron Galaxy is owned by. I mean,
they could be independent, but I just don't know.
I would think that all their servers and all that was going through Epic.
Sure, but if Epic's the one who's pulling the plug on it,
I don't know who's pulling the plug. I just know Epic has a statement. Iron Galaxy has their own statement, and Rumbleverse has a statement.
There's an article here from March of last year. So unless something has happened, and the headline is "Why Iron Galaxy is Happy to Remain Independent."
Okay, yeah. So they're not owned by anybody. Yeah. So. Yeah, and this game came out in August of last year.
That's crazy.
That's insane. I can't believe that.
So fast.
I know.
I mean, I wonder if there's got to be somewhere at some place there's got to be some type of numbers given, because I'm in agreement with you that, what was there? Fortnite, the start out is Save the World or Galaxy or whatever it's called. And then it was it wasn't the behemoth it was when they introduced the Battle Royale. But from my memory, it almost instantly took PUBG for a run for its money kind of thing and just never looked back kind of thing. So even though it started from humble beginnings and it took a while, I wonder if the way they're looking at it is man, this trajectory, we're going to need 2 years before it even gets to what this was at 6 months, and maybe that's what's making their decision or something. I'd be very curious to wonder, because 6 months, if it was a year, I could be all right, you gave it a solid year, and if it didn't meet whatever quotas or whatever milestones you need it to be viable, then so be it. 6 months seems a little short. That makes me wonder, wow, were the Patillos the only ones playing it? I mean, obviously not because you get into the games. I'm just being silly, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, absolutely.
That's just very. Wow. That's a very odd. I mean, they're probably not going to release any of this data, but I would be so curious to hear some numbers and understand a little bit better.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking up a Kotaku story. And I don't love their headlines, but this headline reads, Epic kills Battle Royale game less than 6 months after release. And so
that about sums it up.
They're saying Epic is doing it. I wouldn't think Iron Galaxy, I would think they'd be like, hey, give us a chance. But man, I just really loved this game, and it's a huge bummer. It hit PCs and consoles on August 11th. I thought it was 22nd. Wow. Oh, that was the first round of beta tests. Yeah. And then released a little bit later in the month. And then now it's gone.
It's crazy because Anthem was released in February of 2019. And in 2021, they announced they were canceling it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Because Anthem seemed like it was fast.
Yeah.
That seemed fast and expensive.
Yeah.
Yes, very.
Wow.
Hate it.
That's a bummer. Somebody came into the chat and said, hey, tell Gabe that they're canceling Rumbleverse. I was like, you tell Gabe.
Let Gabe mourn. Leave him alone. He knows.
Don't come in here and tell me, hey, give Gabe bad news for me.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not how this works.
Yeah.